while the deficits that were run up between 2001 and 2007 are pretty formidable, and the amount of money that we are throwing at the financial meltdown and the recession that it dramatically worsened are formidable. The real challenge, the real tidal wave of economic obligations comes from the entitlement programs because of the retirement of the baby boom generation, that is, those Americans born between 1946 and 1964. There are almost 80 million of us, and as we begin to collect benefits, the bill that the government, which is to say all of us, will have to pay, will zoom upward. This is really quite unprecedented. Now, we have gotten into the habit of spending more than we collect in taxes and bridging the gap by borrowing increasingly from abroad and from foreign governments. But the increase in obligations is going to be so dramatic in the next couple of decades that it's simply not going to be possible to borrow all the money that we'll need. And that means that we won't be able to avoid, no matter what our politicians promise us, both raising taxes and cutting benefits. And raising taxes for everybody, not just the rich, and cutting benefits where it really matters, Social Security and Medicare. And that, I believe, will create a new and different and not entirely pleasant political climate in the country, in which many of the familiar landmarks and signposts of American public policy will certainly be challenged and maybe toppled, and foreign policy will certainly not be accepted. In the kind of economic and political climate that I foresee, principally, although not exclusively, because of the costs of boomer retirement, people, I think, are going to be a lot less willing to support the kinds of foreign policies that the United States has become accustomed to conducting really for 7 decades, since the beginning of World War I. So I see a major change, not just in the weather, but in the climate of American foreign policy looming just over the horizon.